You've reached for that melatonin bottle again. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you're wondering why it doesn't seem to hit the way it used to. Here's the thing. Melatonin isn't broken, but research suggests it was never designed to do what most people are actually using it for. There's a well-studied herb called Passionflower that works through a completely different pathway, one your body doesn't build tolerance to. By the end of this, you'll understand what the science actually says about both and have a practical plan you can start tonight. So you reach for melatonin, pop a 5 or 10 milligram gummy, and assume more is better. That assumption is exactly where the confusion starts, and it's the first thing research has quietly dismantled. Here's what melatonin actually is. Your pineal gland, a tiny structure about the size of a grain of rice, sitting deep inside your brain, already makes it every single night. The moment the light fades and darkness settles in, your brain reads that signal and starts releasing melatonin into your bloodstream. Not to knock you out, not to sedate you, just to whisper to your body, it's getting dark. Start winding down. It's a timing signal, a biological clock nudge. That's its whole job. Melatonin is genuinely helpful when your sleep cycle is out of sync. That's where it earns its reputation. Jet lag is the clearest example. You fly across 6 time zones. Your internal clock still thinks it's noon when it's midnight. And a low dose of melatonin helps anchor your rhythm to the new schedule faster. Same principle for shift workers rotating between day and night schedules, or people with what researchers call delayed sleep phase. The night owls who genuinely can't fall asleep before 2 a.m. no matter how tired they feel. For those specific situations, melatonin has solid evidence behind it. That part is real. But here's where the story gets more complicated. Most over-the-counter doses are 5 to 10 times the physiologically effective amount, meaning the 5 or 10 milligram tablet you picked up at the drugstore is delivering far more than your pineal gland would ever naturally release. A 2025 randomized controlled trial published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine compared 4 dosing levels and found that the 0.3 milligram and 1 milligram groups showed equivalent reductions in how long it took to fall asleep, while the 3 milligram and 5 milligram groups showed the same sleep onset benefit but significantly higher rates of next-day grogginess. More melatonin doesn't mean better sleep. It often just means a foggier morning. Most clinical trials on melatonin run fewer than 12 weeks, so long-term safety at nightly doses hasn't been formally established. That's not a reason to panic. Short-term use at low to moderate doses appears safe and well tolerated based on available evidence. But it does mean nightly, indefinite use is something worth thinking about carefully, especially at higher doses. Now here's the part nobody talks about. Melatonin only moves the clock. It does nothing for the actual texture of a restless night. That specific kind of wakefulness where your body feels exhausted, but your mind simply won't stop. You know that feeling. You're lying there, physically heavy, eyes closed, and your brain is running a highlight reel of every awkward conversation you've had this week. Your thoughts are looping. Your jaw is tight. Maybe your chest feels faintly wired. That's not a timing problem. That's your nervous system stuck in a low-grade alert state, unable to downshift into quiet. Melatonin is not consistently effective for chronic insomnia and anxiety-driven wakefulness. That wired but tired loop is one of the main reasons why. It's addressing the wrong mechanism entirely. This is the gap melatonin leaves open. It can shift when you feel sleepy. It cannot quiet the mental noise that keeps you from staying asleep once you get there. That gap is where Passionflower comes in. And the way it works is completely different. That wired but tired feeling, mind racing, body exhausted, melatonin already taken. Does that sound like your nights? Drop your answer in the comments below. Because what Passionflower does next is where things get genuinely interesting. That wired but tired loop, mind racing, body exhausted, melatonin already taken and doing nothing. That's where Passionflower, Passiflora incarnata, enters the picture. And it enters looking nothing like what you'd expect from a sleep herb. Picture the plant itself for a moment. It grows as a climbing vine, and the flower is unlike almost anything else in a garden. A ring of thin, purple-fringed filaments radiating outward like a crown, surrounding 5 white petals. It's striking, unusual, and the mechanism behind it is just as distinctive. Passionflower's compounds appear to increase activity at GABA receptors, GABA being the body's main calming neurotransmitter, the off switch that dials down nervous system arousal. Think of GABA as your brain's natural brake pedal. When it's working well, the mental chatter slows, the physical tension softens, and your nervous system finally gets permission to downshift. Passionflower doesn't sedate you the way a sleeping pill does. It supports that calming system gently, reducing the physical and mental edge of anxiety without the heavy sedation of stronger drugs. This is why the contrast with melatonin matters so much. Melatonin moves the clock. It nudges the timing of when you feel sleepy. Passionflower addresses the state. The nervous system's inability to quiet down once you're already in bed. 2 different problems, 2 different tools. The research behind it is real, and it's worth being honest about what it shows. A 2024 randomized controlled trial published in Phytotherapy Research examined Passionflower extract in 90 adults with primary insomnia over 8 weeks. Participants receiving Passionflower showed measurable improvements in sleep quality and anxiety scores compared to placebo. But the effect was modest, and the study itself was small. Most research reporting meaningful benefits involved at least 4 weeks of consistent daily use, suggesting this is not a one-night fix. The effects are subtle. They build with repetition, and the studies themselves tend to be limited in scope. The research is encouraging for anxiety-related sleeplessness, though the effect seems clearer in people with more noticeable anxiety than in those with mild symptoms. On preparation, Passionflower tea is the most accessible form. Steep 1 gram of dried herb in hot water for about 10 minutes. The smell is mild and faintly herbal, slightly grassy with a soft floral edge. The taste is gentle, not bitter. It won't knock you out. You'll notice a quiet settling, not a crash. Tincture form is also common. Typical guidance in clinical herbalism runs around 250 to 500 milligrams of standardized extract, or 1 to 2 milliliters of tincture. Always check the label of whatever product you're using, since concentrations vary. Now the safety piece, and this matters. Passionflower can add to the effect of sedatives and shouldn't be combined with them or used before surgery without medical advice, and it's not recommended in pregnancy. If you're on benzodiazepines, prescription sleep aids, or blood pressure medication, talk to your doctor before adding this. Long-term data beyond a few months is still limited, so it's best treated as a short-term tool, not a permanent nightly habit without professional input. And here's the practical truth. Neither Passionflower nor melatonin works well in isolation if the fundamentals aren't there. A consistent sleep and wake time, even on weekends, is the single most stabilizing thing you can do for your sleep architecture. Cutting blue light exposure 60 minutes before bed gives your pineal gland the darkness signal it needs to do its job naturally. Keeping your bedroom cool, somewhere around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, helps trigger the core body temperature drop that initiates deep sleep. And a brief wind-down ritual, even 10 minutes of something genuinely quiet, signals your nervous system that the day is actually over. The real takeaway here is simpler than the supplement aisle makes it look. Melatonin has a specific evidence-backed job: resetting a disrupted sleep schedule. Passionflower has a different, also evidence-backed job: quieting a nervous system that won't stand down. Understanding which problem you actually have means you stop guessing in the dark and start using the right tool for the right night, or skipping the supplement entirely on the nights when the habits alone are enough. Subscribe for more evidence-based guides like this, and watch the next video right now.